Hello everybody. I already did make a video of this fan, but let's do it again. This is the Honeywell model HT906 oscillating turbo fan. This is pretty much the same thing as your good old Honeywell HT904 or HT900 turbo fan, except this one oscillates. These pretty much it's oscillating goes side to side like your normal oscillating fan, and it can also be tilted up. It usually has a click and place mounting bracket, but this fan, they do make variants of this that are wall mounted, the older ones, but the one I bought was not wall mountable for some reason. Forest Spinner has one that is wall mountable. This one's not. Go check out Forest Spinner. He's a good YouTube channel. But this one's not, and it only went up to here, and I had to drill some mounting holes on the back. And what I did to make this wall mountable, I took out a piece of plastic to make this pivot all the way back like this, so it can be wall mounted. Let's do low speed. It works, I guess. It's pretty quiet. Medium. High. I really like turbo fans. They're pretty quiet. Now, I have a feeling what Honeywell was going for with this product is, here's something to replace a typical everyday 9-inch or 12-inch oscillating fan. I don't have an example of a 9-inch oscillator. I would have brought one out, but I do have a 12-inch oscillating fan, which is right here. It won't want to center. Let me fix that really quick. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to do a side-by-side comparison. First, you can kind of see the size. Definitely the 12-inch is more bigger. This is about the same size as the 9-inch oscillator, even though I believe this is an 8-inch fan. It's not actually a 9-inch, it's an 8-inch. At least that's what I believe Honeywell's fans are sized as. They're turbo fans. And if you usually go out and find a turbo fan, I'm pretty sure the most common ones you'll see are the Honeywells. If not, you'll find Alaska wind machines and breeze machines, but usually the smaller Honeywells are more common. There are 12-inch ones, there are 18-inch ones, and then there's a 20-inch. The 18 and 20-inch models are really rare. I've only seen one before in person, and I've only seen the black ones. I don't believe these come in white. There may be a Honeywell model HT908. I'm guessing that's what the model number would be. If so, I would buy that. Or HT909. Something like that. I doubt it's a real model. But I have some history homework here. We're going to use this as an airflow tester. We'll do low speed. That's what that sounds like. Now listen to this. Now this one, it's kind of an unfair comparison. This fan I'm using here has bad bearings. I have fans that are in better shape than this, but all of those are being used around the house, so I kind of have, the only fans I could use are this one or 16-inch oscillator, which is too big, but that one also has bad bearings. Oh, wrong button. This one, the airflow on this is a little choppy. Can't really tell. And on the Honeywell, it's kind of keeping it up as a steady stream. This one you can see a little bit like flutter in this. And it kind of wants to blow it over to this side. As the Honeywell, it won't do that because these drills here, they're kind of at a slant, I should say, to kind of keep that from happening. High speed. See how it wants to move it over to the side like that? And here's the Honeywell. It doesn't really want to do that with. And then spin down. We'll also demonstrate the oscillators on both of these. Now the Honeywell did spin down first. but it has a smaller motor. It has a C-frame motor. This has a it's a capacitive motor or PSE motor. We'll compare the oscillators. The oscillator on this is a little bit more slower. Some people like a slower oscillator on a desk fan. And there's also no oscillating recalls that I'm aware of on the Honeywell. So you can kind of see what that's all about. They oscillate. Next test that I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the Honeywell to a standard 6-inch personal fan. Well, now I have received a personal fan and I just decided to grab out of my bedroom. Let's see how the power compares to that. So we'll do low speed on a personal fan. I actually don't know which speed is which. This is low. Actually, let's just do high speed. I feel like this is more like the medium speed, so I'll do low speed on this one. This one actually does move a good bit of air. I think the reason is just because this is an older fan. This is a vintage fan. This one's modern. So there's going to be a little bit of a difference. You already know the airflow on this. Airflow on this one, just like the standard 12-inch oscillator, wants to move it off to the side. These little vents here, they're at an angle, barely, on the Honeywell. So it's a straight airstream coming out the front. It's not like getting all spread out. I wondered what one of these would be with a rotating grill, like one of those grills that's kind of in one direction. There's a little clock motor that spins it around. I would have liked to see Honeywell do something like that. High speed. This is how the Honeywell performs on high speed. This is a eye comparison. I feel like they're about the same. This one still wants to kind of drift over to the side. I feel it. Feels like they're moving the same amount of air, actually. They seem quite similar. I can feel airflow from over here. I'm not sure from which fan to be exact. I definitely a Honeywell for sure, because this is a pretty powerful fan. I'm gonna let that spin down and see if I still feel air. I feel airflow over here from the personal fan too, but I think that's just because it's older. Older fans are better than the ones today. If this was like a Massey or something, it probably wouldn't be as powerful. This fan right here is from the early 80s or late 70s, so it's definitely pretty old, because this fan is from 2017. But let's go back to high speed on the Honeywell, and then we can do a spin down comparison. The Honeywell has a slightly better spin down time than a personal fan. So they're just a comparison video of the Honeywell HT906 and comparing it to some random personal fans. This one doesn't oscillate. If this was I would have liked to use a Winmere DF7 for this, for a small personal fan that oscillates. I used to have one, but it suffered a tragic death. But yeah, it's kind of what you get. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.